Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'm bringing you my new Blu-ray DVD shopping guide and reviews for January 28th, 2020. Remember guys, you can find affiliate links to purchase all these movies down in the description below. So I'm going to switch things up a little bit this week in that I'm going to do a couple reviews here at the beginning, then get into the shopping guide and probably wrap up with a couple more reviews. Now this week wasn't too bad, but the 4th, guys, there's going to be a ton of movies releasing. Hopefully I'll get through a lot of reviews for you guys, but some good titles this week as well. So first up, sent to me by Universal, was Countdown. Now this one actually released last week. I'm not sure if it was a weather issue. I was supposed to get it like Friday, I think, but then I ended up getting it Monday, so I couldn't get it in last week's video. I did post an unboxing of this one, Countdown. Here's just a quick look at the packaging. There is a cool kind of embossing here for the cracked screen. Now this one was about this app, a countdown app, and these people download it. I think it was like at a party. They download it. And, you know, some people get 50, 60, 80 years, whatever. They're just like, whatever. And then somebody gets like 8 hours or 7 hours or 3 hours or some really low amount. And then they start freaking out. And then we kind of fast forward to the one guy's telling somebody else. And, you know, more people are downloading this app. And it basically tells you when you're going to die. And all the people who get like really long time, they don't care. The people who are like 2 days, you know, whatever, they really start to panic a little bit. They did actually make a countdown app, and I'm assuming it was just kind of like a promotional thing for the movie, but the movie was scary enough that I could not get myself to download the app. People have said it's just a countdown app, but I don't know, I've seen enough movies that it's not worth testing it. So this one is a modern PG-13 horror movie. But you know what, guys? I thought it was pretty cool. I really liked this one. It had some jump scares, but they were kind of mainly like, you know, like abrupt sounds and stuff. Like the app would go off, and you know, they were effective, but not necessarily really scary. A lot of this movie isn't really scary, but I just really like the idea, and you know, they're finding ways to trick the app, and the app's not getting tricked, and basically it would tell you when you're gonna die, and then, you know, that was your time. But it was a really cool movie, guys. Definitely check this one out. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Next up, from Tri-Coast Entertainment, they sent me over a digital screener for Wow Signal. Now this one is a documentary about searching for extraterrestrial life through radio waves. Now I had never heard of this, which is kind of weird because I'm super into space and the search for extraterrestrial life, and you know, the possibility of like aliens and stuff like that, but I had never heard of this Wow Signal. And this is a documentary about how they kind of started investigating space for radio frequencies, because it's much more detectable than just visually, you know, looking for stuff, and you can search further and easier. Well, except for it's very precise, and so they built this huge array. I can't remember if it was like Ohio, maybe. They built this thing at a university in the late 70s, and it would just kind of run automatically. And this guy, he would check over the readouts, and they found a signal, but they weren't really ever able to duplicate it or find it again. And they haven't been able to prove or disprove anything with it. But you know, this is a really interesting documentary. Obviously, if you're into space and search for extraterrestrials, it's probably right up your alley. I feel like reviewing documentaries is so subjective because it's all about the material and what you're interested in. I do feel like, you know, it was a well-made documentary, had a decent narrator. They had some good kind of clips and animations. I do feel like they kind of use the same clips a lot, though. At least it appeared that way. But I really enjoyed the documentary, guys. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Okay, so now to the shopping guide. First up, we got Terminator Dark Fate. This one's released on a 4K Blu-ray and digital. Amazon, Best Buy, and Target, $29.99. Walmart, $34.42. It's also releasing on a Steelbook, which will include 4K Blu-ray and digital. Best Buy and Target, $34.99. Walmart, $36.97. And Amazon, no listing. I don't know if Paramount is not doing exclusive to Best Buy anymore. It seems like They had a couple recently that are kind of wide releases. It'll also be releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital, Amazon and Walmart $22.96, Best Buy and Target $22.99. And then finally it's releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Best Buy and Target $17.99. Now I did pre-order the Steelbook. I believe I have to go pick it up in the store. I'm going to try on Tuesday. I'll get you guys an unboxing of that as soon as I can. Paramount Pictures did send me over a copy of Terminator Dark Fate for review, and I did post an unboxing of this already, but here's just a quick look at it. I definitely like that artwork. The discs, are always plain from Paramount. Now this movie, I believe, is supposed to be a sequel to Terminator 2. It just kind of erases all the rest, which seems to be a popular theme in Terminator movies, just erasing movies or movie or movies before it. And in this one, new Terminators are sent back to kill a new person. Sarah Connor shows up and they end up having to go get Arnold to help him out. One thing that I really like is that they managed to stop Skynet, but then just somebody else takes over, which is kind of like, to me, it just kind of shows that there's never truly an end to the Terminator franchise. There'll always be some way to just keep it going. There's always going to be eventually Terminators, and there's no way to stop them. To me, these movies are just so similar, especially this one in Terminator 2, especially with kind of the villain Terminator guy, basically unkillable. They shoot it a lot. I guess it slows it down. I always just kind of wonder, like, why do they even bother? I guess just to slow it down. They didn't really go into what the new Terminator was. If in Genesis they had the nanobot or whatever, and that was kind of what it seemed like, but I don't remember them really even mentioning what it was. And like I said, I've enjoyed all the Terminator movies, and I like this one a lot. It's a lot of fun, but since it's kind of erasing, some of the stuff that happened, it doesn't really have the Arnold charms or comedy going for it. But, it's the similar formula, similar movie. I liked it though, guys. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's a lot of fun. Definitely worth checking out. Next up is Battle of Jangsari. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray and DVD, Amazon, Best Buy, and Target $17.99, Walmart $19.11. It's also releasing on a DVD, Amazon, Best Buy, and Target $14.99, Walmart $19.77. Now, WellGo USA did send me over a copy of Battle of Jangsari on Blu-ray for review. Now, this one actually has Megan Fox. She's not in it a ton. So this movie is in Korean, though. It does, of course, have English subtitles. And it does have some English because they have, like, some American soldiers in this as well. But it is about the Korean War, mostly focusing on a group of South Koreans fighting against a group of North Koreans. And they're in this boat, and it's a whole bunch of just these young teenagers, and they're not even out of like their basic training. They've just kind of gotten recruited into the army, and they call them like student soldiers, but I think they just mean like they're in training. They haven't actually become soldiers yet, and they basically send them on this suicide mission to Jangsari, and they're supposed to go there and defeat these North Koreans that are kind of holed up there. Now, kind of for a lot of the time, I was kind of wondering like what the point even was of like why they sent them there. And then Megan Fox kind of calls them like a diversion. And I kind of feel like maybe that's all it was. Like they were just a diversion to divert them away from another battle where the Americans were going to be involved. Guys, this was a great movie. Really well made, well acted. I enjoyed everything about it. Just a really powerful war story. Like I said, involving these kind of young teenage men who really didn't even know what they were doing, and they just kind of were sent in there to mostly die. It's pretty messed up. But a great movie, guys. I give this one a 4 out of 5. Next up is Motherless Brooklyn. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $19.96, Best Buy and Target $19.99. Also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Target $17.99, and Best Buy $22.99. Now, Warner Brothers did send me over a copy of Motherless Brooklyn for review. Now, I did post an unboxing of this one already, if you guys want to check that out. Great cast in this one: Edward Norton, Bruce Willis, Juju Mbatha-Raw. I never know how to say her first name. Alec Baldwin and Willem Dafoe. Now, unfortunately, Bruce Willis dies pretty quick into the movie, so he's not in it too much. This one is also directed by Edward Norton, and this is a story about Bruce Willis's character is a private detective, and Edward Norton and a couple other guys are kind of like, they work for him, and he's on this case, and he's got some information, and he ends up getting killed. and Edward Norton has to solve his murder. Now, they call Edward Norton having an affliction. I don't know if it was like Tourette's or what he had, but he just was like fidgeting a lot, and he'd like yell stuff out a lot, and it kind of made things tough for him. But he's a really smart guy, had a really good memory, and he ends up like unraveling this government conspiracy. To me, this movie was way too long, 144 minutes. I just didn't understand the point. There's so many parts that drag in this movie, and the things he's like discovering, just to me, they just didn't seem, I don't know, they didn't seem that great. Like, instead of like just solving the murder, he's, like I said, he's solving the government corruption and all this. The movie was okay. I just wish, honestly, it had been quite a bit shorter, instead of kind of just dragging it out so much. Performances, though, great. Willem Dafoe was great. Edward Norton was great. I enjoyed it. But like I say, if they had just shortened it up, I think this would have been a much better movie. I give this one a 3 out of 5. Next up is Parasite, releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart 1996, Best Buy 1999, Target 22.99, also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Best Buy 17.99, Walmart 18.88, and Target 19.69. Now, I didn't get this one, but I do hope to pick it up soon. It's supposed to be really good. Next up is Harriet, releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy combo pack. Amazon and Walmart $22.96, Best Buy $22.99, Target $24.99, also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Target $19.99, and Best Buy $22.99. Another one that I do really want to check out. I'll have to pick that up at some point in the future. Next up, The Siren is releasing on DVD. Amazon, Best Buy, and Target $19.99. Walmart no listing. Now, Dark Sky Films did send me over a copy of The Siren for review. So this movie was about this guy who is going out, and he's kind of like vacationing, I guess, at this cabin on a lake, and he has some sort of, like, his throat got crushed and he can't talk, and he's just kind of hanging out there. I don't know if he's really doing anything particular, just kind of relaxing, and this woman kind of just swims up to the cabin. And I don't know if you guys are like familiar with the kind of the mythology of sirens. They're these women who would, I don't know if it started with sailors or what it was exactly, or if it was like a Greek myth or how it started, but they would kind of pull them down into the water and drown them. And that's what this is. It's this woman in this lake who would just drown people. And, I felt like they started this movie really good. It was really creepy, really suspenseful, and there was this, just, you would hear these noises like something splashing in the water, but you wouldn't see anything. He would see like little water handprints or footprints and stuff. And to me, I was like, okay, they're going to really just kind of milk this, and they're going to stretch it out. But then, like, almost right away, they reveal this woman, and I was like, just thinking, they should have really kept the tension going, not revealed so quickly that it was this woman. And the woman never gets out of the water, and he never seems to question it. Like, she just seems to live in the water constantly, and he's never like, why are you always in the water? And like, she even kills a person, and then she tries to kill him. She's like drowning him, and then she lets him go, and he doesn't even question it. And they really did some really weird cinematography in this, a lot of just underwater shots of nothing and like shots of trees, and I felt like they were just really kind of trying to stretch out the runtime on this. It has a 79-minute runtime, but I really felt like they were just adding stuff in to kind of stretch it out. I also have to question, your main character can't talk, so there's hardly any dialogue, which would be okay, I guess, if something more was happening, but it's kind of a lot of scenes of the guy not talking. I found this movie just to be too slow. Like I said, I really like the way they started it. I wish they had just stretched it out a little more. I gave this one a 2.5 out of 5. Next up, Mobtown is getting a DVD release. Amazon and Best Buy $12.99, Walmart $13.39, and Target $13.99. Now, I thought I was getting a copy for review. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm getting something today from Paramount, so that could be it. I did review this before. If you guys want to check out my review for Mobtown, just search for Mobtown on my channel. It was this mob movie with David Arquette, and he's trying to catch these criminal mob guys, and there's this guy like throwing a big party for all these mob guys in a small town. They really didn't probably have the budget to get enough people. It's supposed to be like 100 people, and they've got like 15, 20. Overall, I did like the movie. I thought David Arquette was pretty good. But that that thing with not enough people really did kind of take me out of it a little bit. Next up, Black Panther will be getting a 4K Steelbook release only at Best Buy. Include 4K Blu-ray and digital for $34.99. I believe I pre-ordered that one. I got to go pick that one up in stores as well. The Slumber Party Massacre will be getting a Steelbook release, which will include Blu-ray. Amazon and Best Buy $17.99, Walmart $19.86, and Target $19.96. I did pre-order this one too from Amazon, so I'll probably get it tomorrow. I'll bring you guys an unboxing of that when I can. Next up, Ballers, the 5th and final season, is releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon $17.97, Best Buy $17.99. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon $14.96, Walmart $14.96, Best Buy and Target, no listing. Now, I did get mine already. I pre-ordered this one from Best Buy. I don't know if this is kind of like a new thing for all the HBO shows or how that's going to work. I didn't hear anything about it, but instead of being distributed by HBO, this is distributed by Warner Archive, so they're not including digital copies. They did that on Big Little Lies or Big Little Liars or whatever it is, season 2. So kind of interesting. These won't have digital copies if that's what they're doing. I didn't post an unboxing this yet. I tried to do it yesterday. It was just raining so hard I didn't want the audio to get messed up. But I have to watch this whole series. I haven't even started it yet. Next up, Roswell, New Mexico, Season 1 is releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Target $23.99, Walmart $24.15, and Best Buy $27.99. Next up, Apparition is releasing on a DVD. Walmart $13.11, Amazon, Best Buy, and Target $13.99. Next up, The Great Alaskan Race is releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Target $12.99, Best Buy $13.99, and Walmart $17.80. And the last one, Duck Dodgers, the complete 3rd season, is releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $21.01, Target $21.49, and Best Buy $22.99. Now, before you guys go, I do have a couple more reviews for you guys. First up, Mill Creek Entertainment sent over A Psycho's Path for review. And this one has Quentin Rampage Jackson, No One Is Safe. This was this really, really strange movie about this kind of just crazy guy played by Quentin Jackson who goes on, he kills this woman and he ends up getting sent to like a insane asylum or whatever, and then he breaks free and he kills more people, and then it's like the cops going after him. But for this being like a psycho slasher kind of thing, there is a lot of scenes of like people just sitting around talking, standing around talking, the cops in the police station or whatever, and it just was so slow. Everything in this movie was super amateur acting, script, cinematography, effects. It was too slow for me, guys. I really didn't get into this one too much. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Last one sent over from Mill Creek Entertainment for review is Savage Creatures. Now this one was super interesting. It had so many horror genres in it. Vampires, aliens, zombies, cannibals. It had this really strange start to it. Like I thought this one was really going to go downhill. It was this man and woman, and then they're like mother and son, and I thought they were like a couple or whatever, and they're like killing people and eating them, but then they pick up these vampires, and then just from there things get crazy. I know it's hard to believe, but from there things get crazy. This one had pretty good effects, except for the visual special effects, like the computer stuff. Those were pretty bad, but all of the practical effects were really good. The acting was pretty decent. You know, there were some parts where it wasn't so good and a few characters that weren't so good. But overall, you know, for a lower budget title, I really enjoyed this one, guys. I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's a lot of fun. If you guys want to check some lower budget, a little bit cheesy horror movie with, you know, kind of everything thrown in there, definitely check this one out. It did have this weird part and it got really slow, but other than that, you know, I liked it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys plan on picking up any of these movies, or if you guys have seen any of them, love to hear what you guys thought of them down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos, check out the suggested videos, and for more movie news, check out my website, BobsMovieReview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.